It's giving them back their autonomy over their lives. In a high-resource setting, we don't even think twice. It's completely accepted that it should be normal for people living with diabetes to inject their own insulin. Yet this is not the reality for people in many low-resource settings. Patients need to have access to insulin. Product information requires that insulin is stored in refrigerated conditions until the point of use, after which it can be kept out of refrigeration, but really only up to temperatures normally at 25 degrees for most human insulins, which are ones commonly used in lower resource settings. And in one of these settings, in Dadaab refugee camp in Kenya, patients were having to come to the hospital twice a day to get their injections because the temperatures were extremely hot. So way above the 25 degrees at which we can store insulin during the time of use. And there were curfews imposed, which meant that patients often could not come for the evening injection, so they were only getting one injection a day. And they were starting to see increasing admissions to hospital of patients with severe complications from the diabetes that can lead to death if not properly treated. And so we teamed up with the University of Geneva Pharmaceutical Department to have a look at the stability of insulin under the temperatures that we found inside a patient's home in Dadaab camp. This is really a game changer for patients living in hot conditions in the absence of refrigeration. This is just giving them back their entitlement in terms of the right to inject their own insulin and lead a more normal life with diabetes. So with this evidence that really insulin is much more stable than product information currently allows, we really call on pharmaceutical corporations to submit to regulatory authorities for use of insulin under expanded temperatures in order to make this more feasible and possible for the many people living without refrigeration in hot temperatures. We call for a consensus statement on the use of insulin, for example in locally made cooling containers out of refrigeration and endorsed by WHO, to give clinicians in low resource settings the confidence to be able to treat patients with insulin, enable them to inject themselves at home.